getting the hair transplant was such an interesting experience. First of all, here's the deal: you're having cosmetic surgery. You're doing something because you want to feel better. You're not doing it for anybody else. You're doing it for you. So why hide it, right? If I was a big Hollywood star to where I had to convince people that I was eternally beautiful, then maybe you don't. But I'm a nigga from Baton Rouge. I wanted my corners back, and I went and got them back. No regrets.
You said you did it for you. Was it like was it just like I look in the mirror and I miss my old hairline?
What happened was this. I was at the gym working out. And bro, I'm telling you, man, I'm one of those guys that's really susceptible to advertising and a sales pitch. A good sales pitch, and you got Van, right? Got me. Listen to me. Hairline back in already in the third person. And I'm working out, and this guy comes up to me. He goes, he saw me talking to somebody in the gym who was famous, and he goes, "Wow, you know him, right?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's back TMZ stuff. I used to work at TMZ, so I know some people." And then he goes, "Can I say something to you?" And whenever somebody asks me that question, I'm always like super duper intrigued. I'm like, "Sure." He goes, "Wouldn't take a lot of work. Right there, and right there. I'll take 15 years off you." He's like, you got the whole black don't crack thing. He said that. I let it slide because I was intrigued. He was like, take 15 years off of you. And he was the doctor that runs the place in Beverly Hills. So because he said it wouldn't be that big of a deal, I went there and had the consultation. When I'm sitting down for the consultation, you sit down in this seat and they shoot your hair from the top.
Oh.
Okay. They shoot your hair from the top and they put that light on and you can't be saved. You can't be saved by the height. You can't be saved by the part, by the angle they show you. And I'm like, yeah, let's do this. I put it off for like a year, but if I didn't do it this time, I wasn't gonna be able to get it done until February. So I went ahead and did it.
Man, I'm glad that you did something to make you feel better. You got me looking at my very, very vulnerable hairline. I mean, unfortunately, I've had this same hairline since I was like 6. So now it's age appropriate, but I went through high school looking like an insurance salesman. So now I got to figure out whether I want to do something better or not. But watching you do that and looking at these other people our age with these sturdy ass hairlines, now I'm like, I might need to touch it up a little bit.
It was crazy how many people reached out. So many people reached out. Van hooked me up with the plug. Van hooked me up with the plug. Van hooked me up with the plug. I put so many people on with Zarian that Zarian hit me back and it was like, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna give you $750 for everybody that books. Isabella over there, she goes, it's you're so influential. And I'm like, it's not that I'm influential, I'm just being honest about it.
Right.
And like because I'm being honest about it, it makes people feel. Look, I'm not saying everybody should go do it. It does say something about you that you want that. I'm vain enough to care about that. I could just cut my hair or do whatever, but I cared. I went and did it, and it looks good. This is what I'll say. This was the whole BBL conversation. Going to Miami in a couple of days, and when you go to Miami, you're down there. You think this is the city where they are BBL. You know, eat it, take your fat, put it in there a little bit. I feel like we lost the plot with the BBL a little bit. But a lot of times, ladies, they want to feel a little bit more voluptuous. You want to feel a little bit better as long as it's healthy, as long as it's safe, as long as it's reputably done. Have a ball. You're only here one time. Fuck it.
I think the interesting thing when women do it, though, is that we've created these impossible body standards for women. So a lot of times they say they're doing it for them, but they're doing it for us. Whereas I feel like women aren't, I mean, they notice when our hairline looks crazy, but they're not like controlling or exercising the power in a way where we feel like we got to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like for me, the BBL thing and all the other stuff is that so much of it we say is like to empower women and for women to do to make themselves happy. But a lot of it is just patriarchy in a different costume.
Yeah. I mean, look, I don't I don't think I'm going to litigate stuff like that anymore. I think I'm out of the game. I think I'm to the point now to where everybody's kind of doing what they want to do. So just do it. And if it crosses me or my people, we can have a conversation. But if it's not my business, I'm staying out of it. Okay. Like if it ain't got nothing to do with me, I'm staying out of it. All right. Tell you this though. A part of this is a lot deeper, and it has to do with all of these other things that we realize we have very little control over. Like if you've ever dunked a basketball and then one day you can't do it anymore, you go, God damn, it really happens. Like it really happens. Like one day you look up and you're the old guy on the court that's shooting one dribble pull-ups and got to take a break. You playing every other game, the whole nine. You're looking at kids and you're going, boy, if this was
96,
I'll bust your ass. You know what I'm saying? And those are things that you really can't. Those are things that you really can't control. You really can't control them. But you start looking at the things that you can't control and just going, if it makes me feel a little bit better in this time, I'm gonna go ahead and